what's up?
He a boxer.
What you want to do?
Come on. Come on so we can get done. No dread house this weekend.
We'll interview you next, bro. We know you're a star. We got to call your agent.
Come on. I'm going to call Cadell. All right.
We back in the building. West Orlando's finest in here. Now, I can't call you a promoter. I can only call you a businessman with all due respect. Yeah, I'm Mello in the building. What's popping, brother?
What it is, brother. Glad to be here.
For sure, we glad to have you. First thing I like to ask the people is who are they? But I know who you is. So won't you let them know a few choice words that you like to let people know?
I like to call myself a marketing specialist. So I'm a marketing specialist. Like throw parties. I do music. I promote businesses. I'm a father. So I'm just I'm an active person out here, I would say. A marketing specialist, I call it.
For sure. Now, a lot of people don't know that you've been doing this for over a decade. You know what I'm saying? Started out with, you know what I'm saying, humble beginnings and took off from there. Tell me a little bit about how you started off and who you started off with.
I started off throwing house parties that eventually led to the club. I threw my first party. It was called Twitter Bash at Club Rain. It was a big club. Shout out to Pat Nix. He let us get his club. I threw it with Stan, Remy, Calvin, and T Gun. T Gun was a part of that one as well. It was a big trend back then on Twitter that we had started, and it just led to an outrageous party and a scenery of parties after that just kept going with the Twitter Bash. And that's how I kind of burst on the scene throwing parties.
Now, it's crazy how you can pop off from doing house parties and transition into all types of different business ventures. But throughout the time frame that you've been doing it, you had a lot of different experiences and worked with a lot of the entities in the Orlando area and outside of Orlando.
Definitely.
Like, how did you get into marketing? Like, what made you want to get into doing parties and events?
It just kind of happened. I always tell that story. It just kind of happened. It's not like I just said, "Oh, I want to do that," or I seen somebody doing it that just made me want to I look up to that, like I want to do that. It just kind of happened. I was already throwing the parties throughout my house that led to the club. Like I tell people, I worked a regular job for a long time until I built up to where I could stop working, and that just made me making me take it serious. I couldn't play around no more. I didn't want to go back to working, and now my back was always against the wall, so I took it serious and I tried to perfect it. You know what I'm saying? Look, it just became more than parties to me. So that's kind of how I kind of start taking it serious with my branding and everything.
And now that approach will definitely put you in position to win, because when you start to feel like this is what you want to do and this is all you got, you're going to go all in. Tell the people a little bit about any recommendations or any type of advice you would give somebody that's got a dream that they want to see come to fruition.
I mean, just stay working at it. You know what I'm saying? Always stay positive. There's going to be a lot of downtime. Stuff you're gonna go through. Nobody that got a real dream that they accomplished, probably it happened perfectly for them. So even people that hit the lotto, it's a lot that come with hitting the lotto. So nothing is perfect. So just grind it out. Be ready for the worst. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go through a lot of time by yourself. Get used to that. That's something I learned late. The time alone is good. You don't have to be with a lot of people. You're gonna get a lot done by yourself. So cherish the time by yourself and appreciate it.
For sure. Now, a lot of people might see the success that you have and see that you, are so intertwined with marketing. Did you ever go to school for marketing? Did you take any classes, or did you just get out here and get it out the mud?
Nah, I never did that. But you just gave me an idea. I might be offering a class soon on marketing that y'all can go probably check it out.
Now, if that's the case, I need a percentage that we can discuss off camera.
Definitely big hit.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but for real though, I never took no classes, nothing for. Like I said, it kind of was just I already had I wouldn't even say a fan base. I just knew a lot of people already. And I always would grow how would I say? I always went out meeting more people. It wasn't just always at the club. I played basketball. So whatever I was doing, I was trying to meet more people. I just love meeting people. You feel me? And I'm not from here, so I always had the mentality shit, I want to meet more people.
For sure. And that's what, one thing for sure, when you start off doing anything, your initial fan base is always the people who you associate with, the people who you know, and the people who know you the most, and that's how you get your best supporters, and it's gonna grow from there if you got a good product.
Definitely, I agree.
For sure. To go from house parties, marketing events, Twitter bashes. I know it was about 10 Twitter bashes.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you jumped into the music lane and started doing artist collabs and putting out singles. How'd that come about?
Um, just trying to open up my bag, really. Like I was trying to do different shit besides like the parties. So I was already heavily connected with all the artists, and I kind of just was seeing what like DJ Khaled would be doing, DJ Mustard. Like they wasn't physically on the song, but they just putting a collab together, using their relationships and kind of producing it in that way, which I don't produce the actual music part, but like just the collab part, like that's something I already, like I said, I love people. Like I love dealing with people. So to deal hands on with the artist beyond the club, I was up for that. You know what I'm saying? It was just another challenge, something I wanted to tap into. It was something that Fufu, Fu, she was in falling in love with music, or she already had a love for music and had a passion that she wanted to do. So cool, let's take this route and I'll take you with me and we do that. So like that's kind of how I opened up to it. You know what I'm saying? I end up getting my first feature with Hot and Jimbo, turning finally my first song, kind of like the parties. It just worked out pretty good. So I ain't go platinum or nothing, but I mean, I went platinum in the streets considered, you feel me? So like it just kept feeling for more, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I got into it.
For sure. So Hot and Jimbo was the first feature.
Yeah, Hot and Jimbo finally. You could go get that now on all platforms, Young Mellow events, all platforms that finally out.
Now we might have to charge you for promoting on
No
Red Couch
pressure.
TV.
Thank you for the promo.
No pressure. You know we endorse it heavy, but I know it's been several artists and individuals that you don't work with, and
hmm
it segued into this new venture. Tell me a little bit about the business venture.
Um, like I say, it's a lot of new people I've been coming across, seeing rubbing shoulders with. I just signed my first artist, Ladro Cartel, like dope artist, dope performer, dope songwriter. So y'all gonna be hearing a lot more about him. I just signed my first DJ Pat. A lot of y'all might know him around Central Florida area, but we trying to get like further than that. So it's QC official DJ with Jim, SCY Jim, who just signed with QC. So just big things. I'm trying to like grow people names, get people on marketing, get people on branding. That
Man, you
just
being kind of modest right now, cause I saw Ladro Cartel, I saw DJ Pat, I saw I4
let me
Chapman.
get to it.
Okay. Tell me a
We
little more. Tell
done.
me a
We
little more.
done.
Cause I'm
Yo,
curious. You know what
yeah,
I'm
nah.
saying?
What Chapman is like, Chapman is a creator in his own right. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people just got to put them in the right rooms and they'll be able to like grow the way they want to grow. Chapman is a prime example. He got a podcast that we've been talking about for over a year. I just had to be in the right space to be able to like get to help grow it. But it's a dope podcast, dope ideas he got, and he connecting in his own way and right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just me coming in, marketing in a certain way, using a lot of my relationships to grow it. Just dope situation with him. I still deal with Global Not Local basketball team. They probably the best AAU team in Florida right now. Like they literally win every tournament. So I'm glad to have my name attached to that. Thank you, brother, for that. But I deal with a whole basketball team that I market for and help with their brand. Anybody I can help with my marketing gifts and my relationships, I'm trying to attach it to Mellow Entertainment and just grow it.
Now you popping your shit right now, but there's also a recurring theme in some of what you just shared with me. Mellow love the kids.
Yeah.
So where that passion come from? Like I know I always see your junior with you. You know what I'm saying? But I know you got a whole basketball team
Yeah,
out
for
here.
sure.
So talk to me a little bit about the kids.
Even beyond my kids, like even growing up, like I always been like that. People always what I would say were attached to me, like even kids. Like so I was always that kid that everybody liked. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as parent wise, I'm gonna be the one ice cream trucks. It's just little stuff that I didn't get as a kid that I know can make a kid day that I do that. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why a lot of kids attached to me. Then I have my own kids, which is like you was around when I had my first child. It just changed my life. You already kind of know how my mindset changed when I had kids compared to when I didn't. So I got five now, so it's like times five. So that's just why I be so laser locked. The kids, man.
For sure. And I saw that video the other day with Chapman, and they were laughing, but I saw it and I understood exactly where you were coming from, because when you had your first little one, the hustle turned up, the need
Yeah,
for a good outcome turned up. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
like you feel me. I started taking the business real serious when I had my first child. I always tell people Harmony saved my life, so like y'all kind of know how it was for me to be able to say that Harmony saved my life. You know what I'm saying? So but it turned me up on the business aspect. I started wanting to ask more questions. I
Sure.
started being attached to Troy even more, like just soaking up all the game I could get from him. Is like I just started taking it even more serious than just the party, going and drinking, making money, whatever. I was laser locked.
Yeah, for sure. And it's definitely admirable to see, you know what I'm saying, one of our own holding it down and handling their business and,
So,
you know, getting rid of that whole narrative about how we handle ours and you know what I mean, stepping up in the
so
paint and doing what we're supposed to do. And I respect that. And, you know, salute to you for that, brother.
I appreciate that, brother.
For sure.
Appreciate that.
So you got a lot going on. Big business, big parties, music, and then you decide to segue into becoming partners with one of the biggest entertainment entities in the Central Florida area. Talk to me about that.
You talking about guilt?
Yeah.
Yeah, you made them sound good. Well, I fought with them. You know what I'm saying? But like that's just a transition. Like I kind of wanted to stop the every week party. I end up giving it to JJ and Category 4, to which this night still going on. But I wanted to get a night to somebody that I fought with. You know what I'm saying? So I gave it to them boys and let them do their thing, and they let me just focus on what I want to focus on and have more time to put it on a bigger scale. Like, every week party, any promoter know like to pull that off is just like is kind of unheard of. And to do it for 3 years is crazy. But to do it at Guilt, that whole 1,500 people, unheard of. Pat, you ain't even do that. So I'm just saying,
Pat, you heard
I
him?
had to leave that alone. I had
Pat,
to leave that alone to be
what'd
able
you
to
say,
grow.
Pat?
Man,
Pat
you know
who?
Pat ain't do that. They did that for like a year or two with the radio and stuff.
Pat
Start.
Nix? That guy?
Yeah, Pat Nix. I
Man,
love you,
shout out to
OG.
Big Homie, man.
I
If
love
you,
you,
you know,
OG. But he'll tell you, you know what I'm saying? OG will tell you.
hey, but allow me to pop my shit from behind the camera, and I must say the reason why I gave them such high accolades over at Guilt X Roxy's
Yeah, you made them boys sound good.
X Roxy gang is because, you know what I mean, for the better half of the past 10 years, some of the biggest concerts,
Definitely.
some of the you know what I mean, most notable events, you know what I
Definitely.
mean? And you'll be amazed the people that I run into to this day that tell me about how they used to come to the parties, you know what I mean, 10 years ago and how it was some of the best times that they ever had.
Party scene was outrageous. I was just telling Stan that like the party scene will never be that good again. Like it was just people just wanted to party for real. Like that's all you wanted to do. You didn't care like about nothing but having a good time and making it home safe. So it's like it was just outrageous. Them 10 years ago was just the best party scene.
Times was definitely different.
Definitely.
So you're a busy man and you got a lot of things coming up right now. And I saw on social media that you have a new single that's about to drop.
Yeah. That Street and Pooley. The street's been waiting for this single for probably 2-3 years. Here, I would say 2 years, not three, but they've been waiting on this single. I've been sprinkling it in, but that's probably what deterred me from the music a lot too. Like you got to know the business end too. Like so, like that was a stumble. My first stumble I came across in the music. Damn, I can't release a song because of what? I ain't got shit to do with that. But it's business, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't educated, so I had to go educate myself on why I couldn't release the song. So like, but it's actually about to get released at the end of the month. This will be out at the end of the month. So y'all will see it March 31st. Pooty, Kiwi, Street Enough. The video gonna get released. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna fuck up the summer.
It's good to see you still networking and doing business with Pooty because I know you were there from inception.
Oh yeah, that's my boy still regardless. Like that's just anybody. If the business don't work out, personal has nothing to do with it. I think that's where a lot of people get stuff messed up nowadays. It's like everything is so personal, like you can't do nothing without it being personal. So like Pootie, regardless, like anybody, that's nothing ever personal with me. As long as the business kept clean, the respect is kept there. I'm gonna do business with anybody for years. I don't fall out about business with people.
For sure. Shout out to LPB Pooty.
Definitely.
Shout out to Big Jit too. I know I first heard about Big Jit.
Yeah, big boy. Shout out to all of them. Yeah.
Indeed. The whole West Orlando turn. You know what I mean? And I know you got a history of showing love in the city and a history of creating your own lane. And we want to salute you for that. We want to see you keep it up, keep going, put your stamp down. You know, you got a lot more work to do.
I appreciate that big head. You seen it come from the start. So, I ain't never the one to do all that, but I appreciate the acknowledgement and putting a shine on what I'm doing because I never seen nobody do it here. And you've been around, bro. Like, I never seen nobody do what I'm doing. I didn't come in seeing people moving how we was moving. So, like, I'm just trying to keep that up. Like, keep not staying where everybody else said, trying to jump the gun and start new stuff. So, we'll see how it turn out. I know it's going to be amazing. We're gonna put the light on a lot of businesses and stars.
Sure. Whom much is given, much is tested. Brother, you the carbon copy. You know what I'm saying? And you show them how to do it in a different way.
So,
you know what I mean, we're gonna break the mold and keep it moving.
so appreciate that.
Yes, sir. All right. So we just so happen to have a couple special guests in the building. You know what I'm saying? They're representing the Mellow brand. So we want to chop it up with them. You want to introduce the first one?
Oh yeah, DJ Pat, QC Zone, Mellow Entertainment, the biggest man. Make sure y'all look at this face, DJ Pat, man.
DJ Pat, what's happening?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
DJ Pat.
Yeah.
Brother, don't come in here acting shy, brother. Pop your shit, man. You got a lot going on.
Man, you already know what it is. DJ Pat. Shout out to my boy Mello. You know, had to go and do it. It's the only way to go with my boy. The biggest.
So tell us a little bit about that, like how that even come about with y'all getting in the business together.
Man, the man booked me for everything he got. From sound, lights, microphones, it don't matter. Mello, he gonna call me. I've been walking around with my pen in my pocket for the last, 4 months?
Every day you calling me, telling me I'm ready to sign.
Now, from all of these attributes that you just named, I might need to take a look at that contract for you because you might not got your weight in gold, brother.
The lawyers and all that other shit, everything good.
For sure. Now you tied in. You just got in the mix with the SCY Gym. You official DJ, official QC DJ. You about to go on tour. You know what I mean? You just signed with Mello. You know things going in the right direction for you, and we happen to see that here at the Red Couch. You did?
Oh yeah. You know, shout out to SCY Gym, Cheese. You know, it's up.
So what's coming up next, other than the tour, other than the situation that you got with Jim? Like, what can we expect to see coming from Pat?
Interviews, mixtapes, you name it, whatever.
Photo shoots.
Yeah, all that.
The whole marketing brand. We're gonna revamp Pat. He's gonna be looking like Esco out here, man. Even better. So Esco, we coming. You know what I'm saying? If you want Future calling, trying to holler at us, hey man, we need Pat. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we trying to come. If you ain't got no DJ and your artists out there, hit us up, man. We open for more work. If you a business, we open for more work. We working over at Mellow Entertainment.
For sure.
For real, bet that.
We appreciate you stopping through, brother. We're gonna have you here for a full extended interview at some point.
All right, just get that Mellow.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it looked like you brought the whole clique with you, man. Shout out to Key Richie in the building. You know what I'm saying? But we also got a very talented individual in the building by the name of Ladro. You want to introduce, bro? You want to bring him to the couch?
Yeah. We're gonna introduce Ladro. He's a songwriter, like I say. He's just a great artist. So like y'all gonna get to know him, his personality, and his music if you don't know already. Like we're gonna get to know it.
Ladro Cartel in the building.
What's goody, man?
Now, do I need to have any concerns about the cartel, or do you have any opportunities or outlets that I can take advantage of while you're here?
Nah, my family from Cuba, but I don't think they're involved in the cartel for real.
For sure. And we're gonna keep it gangster because we ain't doing the federal shit like Vlad. So.
Oh yeah, nah, none of that. That's just kind of like a conglomerate, man. You know, to express the people that be around me.
Yeah.
And be able to say like we a gang, you know.
I can dig that. So I know you're a businessman, but you're an artist as well. And I just recently had the opportunity to check out the newest video that you just dropped. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, man. That's Chinatown. I just dropped that last month. Global Film 17, man. Work in progress that took us like 2 months, man. We was on our every month schedule for 12 months. We missed 2 because we was trying to work on that video real hard. The VFX took us a while. But we got the cartoon part down packed, man, and it's out now on all platforms.
For sure. So you're not bullshitting when it comes to quality. You're going to put in the work because 2 months on a video, that just sounds outrageous to me because these cats is like microwave babies at this point.
Man, this, bro, 2020, I was bucking the rent payment like $2,400 just to pay for the video from Dirty Bird, $2K. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
Like, so like, yeah, I'm big into that, the artwork and the music and like making sure it's quality.
So you're setting the precedence, and we want everybody to know that you're watching Red Couch TV right now. Anything you see that come from Ladro Cartel, we can anticipate that there's a lot of work being put into it, and it's a lot of quality.
Oh hell yeah! And just by the people like that I associate myself with, and you know, I just signed with Mellow Entertainment, you know, so like you can just tell we taking it serious because you know how his line's looking outside the club.
For sure.
So you know, we trying to keep it official with it.
For sure. Tell me how that came about. How'd you meet Mello and how that partnership come into play?
And man, I met Mello through my big brother Rick, like a long time ago. You know, them boys hoopers. All them boys like real certified hoopers. My brother Rick, Mello, D-Wash, like Rod, all of them boys. They used to always hang, always be playing basketball. And then Mello did the Twitter bash, and I think they did Whoop come out at which one of those joints?
Not, I don't think one of the first ones.
Yeah, I know it was back then though, and I went to prison for a long time, like right before he threw that.
See, the funny part about that is you mentioned Whoop coming to the Twitter bash. We all basically come from the same headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Whoop was recording in the other room, and we were in the other room in the conference room talking business plans and doing Twitter blasts for the party. So it's only right.
Yeah.
You know,
And
West
I ain't mean to
Orlando.
throw Brad in there, cause I mean, bro was at the he was at December 2011. I forget what that was, but I know it was something big. They did December 2011.
That's
That's what I was thinking about.
The connections. It's all about the connections. Your network is your net worth. You did.
Sure, man.
That's big. And shout out to D-Wash. I heard you mention his name.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Watch me going in.
We looking forward to seeing all that's to come out of the partnership. I saw the video. I heard the lyrics myself. You could rap your ass off. You know what I'm saying? So don't sell them short on the quality and keep doing your thing. Put your stamp down.
Stop going to the club buying fucking bottles all the time.
That's the only way.
She say you went in there and bought some bottles and left.
That's all I know.
That's not want to support.
If that's how I know to
That ain't no way to support. You support at the door. Fuck them bottles. That's them. That be the club.
All right.
Don't waste it. You see how you just got to drink and save your money?
I was just about to buy it. I bought it just then.
No. Buy a drink. You know what I mean? Fuck them bottles. Pay at the door. That's how you support us. You know what I mean? Fuck them bottles.
Say less.